Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Michael and today I'm making fermented hot sauce. And the ingredients that I've got today, everything is fermented. And so let's get started making that hot sauce. So if you've got your jalapenos and you've got those coming in, that's going to be your first step is we're going to go ahead and put those into your salt brine. I'll put the link in the description box below on how to ferment the jalapenos. And you can follow along with that. That's what's going to take the longest part of that process. And also I've got some fermented honey and garlic. And so if you put those on at the same time, those will be ready at the same time, and then you'll be able to make your hot sauce with that. So I've got fermented jalapenos. I've got my brine from my jalapenos. I didn't throw that out. We want to keep that. And I've got additional brine over here in case I need some more as we get started blending that. And then I've got my honey and my garlic fermented over here. And then I've got some apple cider vinegar, and I've got that with a mother in it. So we're going to get started with that. You'll need a high-speed blender, and let's get going. Now, depending on how many jalapenos you've got, I've got 1 pint here, or that's 16 ounces, or 450 grams. If you've got a quart of your jalapenos, that will be 32 ounces, or 900 grams. So I've got a pint of my jalapenos that I've got here that are fermented, and I'm going to go ahead and put those into my high-speed blender. And I've got just a little bit of brine in there as well. All right, so I've got my fermented jalapenos in the blender carafe here that I've got, and I've got about 1 to 2 tablespoons of that brine in there. I'm going to take that easily as we go, because as this starts processing, we'll be able to see the texture of where that wants to be. So we can run this one of two ways. You can either strain this out and have this like you would see in a hot sauce in a bottle in the store, or you can leave the jalapenos in there, or leave some of them in there once we get done and have a thicker texture for your hot sauce. Now I'm going to take some of my fermented honey that I've got here with my garlic in it, and I'm going to measure me out 1 tablespoon of that. All right, there's 1 tablespoon of my honey. I'll just put that in. And we'll set this to the side because we might need some more here in just a few minutes. Now I've got some olive oil here. You want to get the good quality olive oil out. And I've got 2 different kinds. I've got one that I cook with and one that I eat with. And I put those like on salads and things. So get out the good olive oil now because we're going to be putting that in. I'm going to put about 1 tablespoon of that in there. We can always add more as we go. All right, so now your processing could be a little bit different from mine. I've got more of my brine here. If I need to put some more in there, we're going to see how this liquefies when this gets blended up. You might have to put a little bit more in there, or you might have just enough in there as it goes. So let's get this started. I'm going to bring the level down on the blender here in the editing and the afterwards. That way it's not so loud on you. All right, let's take a look at this and see what we've got now. I'm going to grab me a clean spoon so we can check it for consistency. So I can see now that's a little too thick where I want it to be, so I'm going to put just a little bit more of my brine in. I'm going to go ahead and measure me out another tablespoon of the brine. Let's turn this back on and blend it up a little bit more. All right, let's give this another look and see where we're at now. Blending for about another minute to 2. And I'm going to use that same spoon, and I'm going to come in and look at it, and it's still just a little bit too thick where I want it, so I'm going to put another tablespoon of my brine in. And let's turn this back on again. It's looking a little bit smoother than it was before. Let's take a look at it and see. So we're getting there. I'm going to put another tablespoon in, and you'll just keep working with yours until you get it to the consistency that you like. And I'll show you when I get to mine, and I'll let you know how many more tablespoons I put in. All right, I've added another 4 tablespoons, and I wanted to get some of this out and show you what I've got here, the consistency that I have. I'll let you see there. So it's still a little thick, but it's still really runny on that end too. So you can see the peppers that's still in it, so we still have a thick consistency on it. And now I want to give this a taste test. And what I'm looking for now, I know this is going to be hot, so what we can do to adjust that is I can put some more of my fermented garlic and honey in there. That'll add just a little bit of sweetness to it, take a little bit of that heat down. I can put some more of my apple cider vinegar in. That'll take a little bit of that heat down also. Then I can put a little bit more oil in it. So I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to save this spoon. I'm going to grab me another one here. All right, I got me a spoon now. I'm going to go grab me some water just in case this is a little too hot, but I'll be right back. I've got my water here on standby. I'm going to give this a little taste and see where we're at with that. It's definitely hot. I do taste a little bit of that honey in there, but I think I'm going to put just a little bit more in there, and I'm going to take that heat level down just a little bit more. Now, if you like it really hot, you can leave it like it is, or you can take the level down, depending on if you remove the seeds out of your jalapenos before you fermented those. If you took those out, it might not be as hot. I left the seeds in mine, so my heat level on mine is a little bit higher. So I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit more of my honey in. I'm going to put another tablespoon of my apple cider vinegar in with the mother in it. I'm going to put just a little bit more of the olive oil in. Let's put the lid on it, blend it up, and let's see where we're at. All right, let's give it a try now and see where we're at. I took my little bowl to the sink and washed out what I had put in there originally so I can test it now to see where it's at. And you can see the consistency now. It's a little bit thinner than what it was. Let's stick my spoon in there and see where we're at now. Just that little bit of that honey and a little bit of that apple cider vinegar and oil that I put in there did take that heat level down. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more to it, not a lot. I might put a teaspoon in now of my honey and see where we're at with that. All right, let's give it another taste and see where we're at with that now. Look at our consistency that we have. That's right where we want it. All of those peppers are blended up in now and the seeds are gone. So you can see the kind of texture that we've got there. So let's give it one more little try and see where we're at. That is absolutely where we want this to be. Now you can continue on. You can keep adding the honey, or you could add some water if you don't want to put any more of the brine in there. If it's still too hot, instead of putting the brine in there, just add some water to it, and that will take a little bit of that heat down as well. So I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side. All right, let's take a look at our hot sauce and see what we've got. It looks really nice. We've got a nice consistency to that. There's still a little few of the pieces of the pepper seeds in there. Now, if you wanted those out of there and you wanted a little bit more on the runny side, you could definitely add a little bit more of your honey or your oil or water or your brine to bring that consistency down. Now, if you like where you're at, you can take that and just put that into your swing top bottles and put that into the refrigerator. Or if you wanted to take one of your jars, your wet jars like I've got here, you could put that in your refrigerator and you've got it ready to use. Now, if you wanted the pieces out of there that's left, we can run that through a fine sieve here and put that into a jar and then pour that into our flip top lids. And if you wanted even finer than that, you can take a nut milk bag, put your consistency in it. Make sure you put some gloves on because you don't want that on your hands, and you can squeeze all of the juice out of there and it would leave you with your pulp behind. So you've got a couple of variations of what you can do with that. So let's try the sieve first and see how that's going to do. Now, whenever grab me a spatula, because I'm going to use that when I push that through that sieve. So I'm going to go ahead and just put just a few spoonfuls on this here and see what this is going to do. And every time you make this, it's going to be a little bit different because you're never going to make it twice the same way. So let's just run that through there with our spatula, push all that juice through there. And you can see here, by doing that, I've got quite a bit of that pulp that's left behind. Now, if you like it with the pulp in there, you can definitely leave that in there, or you can take it out. It's completely up to you, but you can see just how much was left behind when I actually push that through with that spatula. So let's take a look now and see what we've got here in our jar. So we've got a nice consistency. It looks like what you would see commercially from the store. So it just depends on how you want to do it. I'm going to continue to work on this and we'll get ready to start to decant this. All right, I got all of the hot sauce now. I've got it pushed through the sieve. I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side and we'll take a look and see what I've got here. I've got me a clean spoon here and I wanted to show you what mine looks like. You can see it's got the consistency that I really like. It's really smooth and that's going to decant really well. Now, if you've got an abundance of jalapenos that you're growing or that you can get them at the farmer's market, definitely go and ferment you some of the jalapenos. Those make great gifts as well with the probiotics in those. That's really healthy and you know what's in them because you grew them or you got them and you put them into the fermenting process itself. So I really like how this looks. So we started out with a pint or 450 grams of our fermented jalapenos, and by adding the different things in it, I got exactly 2 cups out of that. Yours might be a little different. If you want it thinner, you might not have run it as processed it as long as I have. So there's all kind of variables that you're going to get out of this. I got 2 cups out of this. So let's put some of this in this little bottle. I've got me another one here. I've got some more if I need to go get them. So I did fill up 2 of these, and I've still got a little bit more left of my sauce here. This is 1 cup, so it would fill up 4 of these little bottles that I've got here. And I'll put the link in the description box where I got these if this is something that you're interested in, where you can go pick these up. So all we do now is just put the cap on these. This is your hot sauce. It couldn't be any easier than that. Like I said, the part that's going to take you the longest is fermenting them, because it does take a little while for that process to work. And we've got the fermented jalapenos, and we've got the fermented honey and garlic there. So this is going to be really nice for you to use. And what we want to do with this now is just put this in the refrigerator and let this sit for a couple of days. And that's going to get all of those flavors to marry together in there, and you're going to have a really nice sauce. I wanted to show you how much of the pulp that I got out of the hot sauce when I did that. So that's about 2 tablespoons that I've got out of there. So you can see what was left out of that once running through that sieve. So if you want it a little bit on the commercial side where you see like I've got here, then definitely run it through the sieve. But if you like those extra things in there, definitely you can leave them in there and then use that as well. Now don't throw these away. You can put this back into a little jar and put these in the refrigerator. And when you need something that requires like a red pepper flakes or something like that, you can use this in lieu of that. So definitely don't throw anything away. This has a use for it as well. Let me know in the comment section if you've made hot sauce before, and if you haven't, I hope this has inspired you to put those jalapenos in a fermenting jar and get you some garlic and some honey and ferment that and make you some hot sauce from scratch. It couldn't be any easier. Get your blender out and you're set to go. Also, I'll put the links in there for the fermented jalapenos and the fermented garlic and honey. If you like this content, maybe you might consider giving me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And while you're at it, check out one of these other 2 videos over here on the side. You might find something else you like. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment, and I want to hear how your homemade hot sauce turns out. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye now.